Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursaleen. Habibi ilahil alameen. Abil Qasim Mustafa Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين لا سيما بقية الله في الأراضين روحي وأرواح العالمين لتراب مقدمه الفداء 6 and 1 7 yes no problem. وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين لا سيما بقية الله في الأراضين روحي وأرواح العالمين لتراب مقدمه الفداء ولعنة الله على أعدائهم أجمعين من الآن إلى قيام يوم الدين أما بعد قال الله سبحانه حكيم في كتابه أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم هو معكم أينما كنتم صدق الله العلي العظيم صلوات اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. As again we are gathered together to perform this Salatul Jum'ah, and as always I mention that this is very important for us to show our unity, to show that we are working as a community, and the most important thing that we are working towards one goal to be achieved, and that is making the way for the reappearance of our Imam. That is important for us. And for that, the khutbah and the sermons, they are being specifically for, the first sermon is related to the piety and piousness and what are we doing in this world, and the second is related to the affairs of day-to-day problems which we are facing. This is showing that this is something special. That's why the salat could be of 4 rakat, as it's a compensation or a in place of Zohar, so I can perform 4 rakat of salat, and that will be a Friday salat. But Friday prayer has been mentioned for particularly making connection through this sermon, connection through talking something important for people. So it's not only a salat, but in place that it's a salat for keeping and calling people together and calling them for one aim and goal, that we should prepare the way for the reappearance of our Imam, inshallah. Please recite a salawat. This is a verse from Surah Hadid and verse number 4, where Allah is saying, Huwa ma'akum aina ma kuntum. God will be with you, Allah will be with you, aina ma kuntum, wherever you are. So when we first read this verse, our first reaction to this verse is, all right, I'm in this world, so Allah is with me, wherever am I? Wherever I go, whatever I'm doing, Allah is with me. Definitely, there's no doubt about that. But another thing, inshallah, I'm going to discuss, but when we come to this world, there are so many physical things attached to us. In 9 months of time, we are taking food, we are taking oxygen, for example. Yes, the way of consuming those things is different, but we are doing the same thing. And then we come to this world, everything has been detached, and the whole scenario has been changed. The way we were eating, the way we were drinking, the way we were taking oxygen, for example, it's all been changed. And now it's an entire new thing in this world. Again, now we are attached with those things, and we are consuming, we are using, we are utilizing those things. But when a person dies and go into grave, all these things again are being detached. And another scenario starts. At that level and that grave, again we are consuming, we are eating, but the purpose now is being changed, the way is being changed. So, according to the commentators, this status of human beings, which is changing, is showing to us that these things are not important for you. A part of time they are with you, then detached. If they were required to be with us, the status I had before coming to this world was necessary for me, so I had to keep that thing always with me. So that was not important for me. Then in this world, whatever I consumed, the way of life, the way I was living, everything, again, that was attached to me. And when I died, then nothing is with me. That is showing this world has no value. Where I lived for around 70 years, 80 years, 90 years, whatever the age. But whatever I had and was connected to me was useless for me. And it was not important. I left all of them. Not a single penny is with me. I left everything. So they were not important for me as well. This food, this wealth, friendship, relationships, status, everything, meaningless. It is not with me. I left all of them behind. So this is showing that this is not important. So whatever the person is going to take with him is the company of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That with this company, if I am with my Lord and Allah is with me, Allah is with everyone always. Because without this connection, whether Muslim, non-Muslim, Shia, Sunni, Wahhabi, anyone, they cannot sustain. So Allah is with them. Allah is with us. But whether we are with Allah or not, this is a question mark. And this is what we have to do. That Allah is providing everything to us. He is giving everything to us. Showing that I am with you. But I do not consider it as an important element. And I keep forgetting this thing. That's why when a question raised by young people that why should we perform 5 times Salat? It is time consuming, Maulana. It is very much time consuming. I have to detach from my work and I have to perform standing in a particular direction, doing some particular acts, and then going back to my work. Then I don't have that attitude now. I was thinking I was writing something, I am a writer, and I had ideas, and suddenly the sound of Azan was there, and I have to leave, and I have to close, and I have to go. Now the ideas are gone. So why should I go? So this is basically the importance of this Salat is that we should remember that all these things are useless. I have to leave them. I have to go towards Allah. This is being utilized by my body, not by my soul. But unfortunately, we are taking it that this is the necessity of my soul. And we cannot live without these things around us. So Allah is calling for prayers. Why? Because Allah would like to show to us that wherever you are engaged, whatever you are doing is not important. You just come towards me. And a day, people have to leave all these things. When the day will come and there will be no choice for me. Whether I should go and perform Salat, I shouldn't go there. No, that will be not my choice. My soul and my body will be detached. So I have to ultimately leave all these things. So I have to make practice that I am leaving all these things behind me. And this is for the sake of connecting myself with Allah. In this verse, what Allah is saying, Huwa ma'akum aina ma kuntum, this is the best news for us as a believer, that we should not be afraid of anything, because Allah is with me wherever I'm going. Canada, US, Pakistan, Iran, Iraq, Yemen, wherever I'm going. So this is not again to that idea of some scholars that, oh, your generations are in danger. You should leave Canada, you should leave US, otherwise your generations will be non-Muslims. So for them, this is the most important verse. Aina ma kuntum, wherever you are, Allah is with you. But the most important thing is whether you were able to connect with Allah in Canada or not. Even in Pakistan, even in Kaaba, people are not connected with Allah. They are not there. As Amir al-Mu'mineen said, people will be going to Hajj at the end times, and they are not going for Hajj, they are going for entertainment. Oh, you didn't go to Hajj in the last 10 days of Ramadan. Oh, you were there. Oh, yes, I was there. Oh, we did this and that. We are going there. We are just enjoying company over living over there rather than enjoying connection with our Lord and our God. This is the problem. So Allah is everywhere. We cannot exempt any country, any part of this world or the universe, that Allah doesn't exist on the planet where we have reached now. It is not like that. So wherever Allah is present, His orders, His connections, His blessings, His mercies, all are there. And His representatives, all are there. And they are present and they are there to guide us. And this is the verse where Allah is saying, Alaysa Allahu bikafin abdahu. Is it not enough for a slave and abd that Allah is with them? Alaysa Allahu bikafin abdahu. It doesn't enough for a person that Allah is there with him. It's enough for him that Allah is with him, because Allah is going to facilitate everything. Allah is going to provide everything. Now we have to look towards the guidance from the side of Allah. As I mentioned, that when we say that Allah is the food provider, Allah is providing everything, so Allah is going to provide who will be your guardian. If you can't see me, then which personality is going to be the guardian from my side? So I don't have the authority to select the guardian myself. I have to look towards Allah when Allah is providing everything to me. So why should I exempt this from the powers of Allah? I can't. So, Alaysa Allahu bikafin abdahu, that Allah is not enough for that person, for slave, for those things. So, basically, this connection of this world or materialistic world or something other than Allah, or something provided by Allah, we are not connected. This is the fear that has been created in our minds due to our imaginary powers. And those powers are being utilized by shaitan. He's saying, oh, you cannot live without a new zero model car. Oh, you have to buy it. Oh, definitely I have to go. You cannot live without this. You have to wear clothes of $3,000, and you have to show you are representing a nation who is around going to be default, and you are sitting with those clothes and everything. Means you are thinking that these things are, how can a prime minister can sit in a shalwar kameez, for example, in a very simple cloth? No. So this is the perception that has been created by Satan, that these things are very much important for me, very much necessary. My teacher said that this togetherness is so important that if Allah would not have given this quality to fulfill the thirst of people, then this water would have not been sufficient for me. As there are examples in the history where Masoom said that you will never be going to satisfied with drinking water. So that water left its quality of fulfillment of thirst for that, the leader of Banu Umayyah. And he was continuously drinking water, and according to some historical traditions that he died because of that. The water was never sufficient for him, never fulfilled the thirst. So this fulfilling the thirst of anyone through drinking a simple glass of water, this is because that Allah has provided this quality to this water. So when we think about that, this is important. This company of Allah with us, this guardianship from the side of Allah for us, that is important. That He is going to provide everything. He is going to facilitate everything for me. Nothing is beyond His authorities and power. If I started thinking, no, I can get, this is beyond Allah's limit, Allah cannot give it to me, then it is kufr, shirk. Or maybe sometimes, as ulama and scholars explain, this is shirk-e khafi, when I started thinking that I can achieve. Today morning I was talking to someone that when we look towards this world, and one example, maybe you have a right to have another opinion, that we are being trapped in this medical medicines for the cure, and we are believing on them that this medicine particularly is going to cure me. When we are eating or taking those medicines, how many times we think that Allah is going to give cure to this disease rather than this medicine? How many times? We are being trapped in this concept. So whether Masumin alayhi salam, they have provided anything against it or not? This is what we have to study. We have to think whether all these zikr, all these verses in Quran, they are useless, or they are only for my spiritual strength, or no, they can cure my physical disease as well. Is that like that? Is this a concept? We are not being trapped in this world, that these medicines, the doctors, these facilities are going to save me and I can survive. There's a new, for example, medicine for sugar patients. There is a new medicine, for example, another cancer patient, and this and that. So we have no idea back of our mind that Allah is doing this. Allah is providing this cure. We don't have. So this is again a net that has been made around us, that we should not go. And if you go and study this circle of pharmaceutical industry, you will find out that these chain fast food industry, the preservatives, the color foods, this is all are creating diseases in us. But we don't know, and then we have to go and run for the cure to the hospitals. So this is a change that has been created. So don't you take pills? Don't you take anything to reduce your pain and anything? Yes, I'm taking, definitely. But sometimes I myself don't consider, oh, this, yes, I will take that pill, then my pain will be relieved. But not by seeking it from the side of Allah. This is important. So Allah is guardian, providing everything to us, wherever we go, wherever we live, and we don't need these things. Sometimes this is a famous sentence from Sayyidul Shuhada in his Ziyarat-e-Arafah. Some of the scholars, they said this is addition, and this is not what Sayyidul Shuhada said, that, oh my Lord, if I get everything and I lost you, what I found? And if I got you and I lost everything, I found everything. I have everything. So this is the concept they are inculcating in our minds, especially people, they are living in this world, in this area of the world, that Allah is very much important, very much relevant to our life, very much relevant to our needs, very much relevant whatever Allah is providing to us. With this concept, we can survive the war which has started when Hazrat Adam was sent on this earth, that divert the way of people from the side of Allah. And la'annahum, I am going to full that hell from those they are following Adam, or they are the descendants of Adam. On this he started working, and he is still working on that. So we have to keep our mind, and we have to inculcate this idea into our young generation, because they are looking to these things and they are being fascinated. They are being looking towards them, that these are the things they are going to fulfill. Such a small thing like internet, mobile, we cannot keep ourselves away from mobile. Myself, I have to wake up and I have to see, all right, is there any message? You are the president Iftikhar Abid of some area, and we need your approval for something, and I have to see my messages. I have to see all my social media, Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp and everything. So I am so much associated with this. I cannot imagine my life without these things. Just go and ask your kids whether they can. No, they cannot. They think that we cannot survive without it. We are being so much attached ourselves with these things. So this is basically from the side, and this is the plan against the plan of Allah, and to divert people and the minds of people away from Allah. Inshallah, may Allah give us tawfiq to keep ourselves away from these kinds of thoughts, inshallah. May Allah accept our deeds. May Allah shower His blessings on those they left this world, especially one person I would like to mention, Sheikh Muhammad Hussain Najafi, Allahu Maqamu, from Pakistan, who died a couple of days ago. One of the very learned persons. Yes, some ideas he had, people did not agree with, but unfortunately we have a tendency we people in Pakistan and India, we have tendency to reject someone if we don't agree with his one idea, and we leave every good thing. So he worked, and the most important work that he translated, Wasailu-Shia, one of the basic books for mujtahideen, that Shaykh Hurramli collected all the resources for a mujtahid to give fatwa, majority of the resources, with 35,000 ahadith, and he translated all those 20 books, volumes into Urdu. So this was a great contribution, even for people they would like to see, even for the students they are living and studying in Pakistan that don't have skills, good skills of Arabic, but he translated that. So may Allah shower His blessing on his soul, inshallah, and elevate his status in Jannah as well. May Allah give fast and full recovery to those they are sick in the community. May Allah hasten the parents of our Imam and make us his followers and companions, inshallah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Wal asr innal insana lafi khusr illa allazina amanu wa amilu salihat wa tawasaw bil haqqi wa tawasaw bis sabr. محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين حبيب إله العالمين أبي القاسم مصطفى محمد. صل على محمد وآل محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين وصل على علي أمير المؤمنين وفاطمة الزهراء سيدة نساء العالمين وصل على الحسن والحسين سيدي شباب أهل الجنة وعلى علي بن الحسين ومحمد بن علي وجعفر بن محمد وموسى بن جعفر وعلي بن موسى ومحمد بن علي وعلي بن محمد والحسن بن علي والخلف القائم المهدي صلوات. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. حججك على عبادك وأمنائك في بلادك أرواحنا أرواح العالمين لتراب مقدمه الفدا ولعن الدائم على أعدائهم أجمعين من الآن إلى قيام يوم الدين صلوات. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. يا عباد الله أوصيني وأوصيكم بتقوى الله ونظم أمورنا. أما بعد قال الله سبحانه حكيم في كتابه أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وَلَا تُفْسِدُ فِي الْأَرْضِ بَعْدَ إِصْلَاحِهَا. This is the verse I have selected for number of months, and I am talking about especially the personality of Hazrat Hujjat and our connection with him, that how we are going to understand our connectivity. As I mentioned, that we have to connect, there must be a guardian from the side of Allah. So who is the guardian from the side of Allah? This is what the 10th Imam has explained in Salat, where he explained that ajsadukum fil ajsad wal arwahukum fil arwah wa anfusukum fil nufus wal qubur wa asarukum fil asar wa quburukum fil qubur. This is a very small sentence, but is explaining everything. Ajsadukum fil ajsad. Our bodies are sustained because of their body. We are not self-sustaining, definitely. As I mentioned, that there are so many things connected to us, and we started thinking that if I do gymming, for example, and healthy food and this and that, then I will be sustained for a long time. But what Masoom is saying, ajsadukum fil ajsad. Your bodies, in the bodies, fil ajsad. This word fi is important. This is the capacity. What is the capacity? So, ajsadukum fil ajsad. All the bodies, they are going to sustain with your bodies. That's why Allah sent them as a bodily creatures in this world. Their status is very high. We cannot compare, but Allah has sent them because all these bodies depend on them. We cannot connect ourselves with Allah, with our bodies. Our bodies doesn't have this ability to connect with the high power, Noor, and the reflection of Allah. So Allah has created them and then sent down in a bodily and physically appearances that all the bodies are depending on their bodies. Wa arwahukum fil arwah. Again, the ruh, the soul, the spirit, that is again been established on the basis of them. First, their souls were created, and then the souls of other people. Those souls were created with the reference of Masumin alayhi salam. So Allah has created them. Wa anfasukum fil nufus. Your nafs. You are controlling our nafs. All these nufus, all of them, they are being established for their inner satisfaction. As I mentioned, where should I go? I should go and get teachings from Buddha, from those disbelievers, and I will be satisfied. Nobody is going to satisfy except the Masumin alayhi salam. Anfasukum fin nufus, ala bi zikrillah tatmainul qulub. This tatmainul qulub is from which side? From the Masumin alayhi salam. Wa asarukum fil asar, wa quburukum fil qubur. Even your graves are there. And our graves are being connected with your graves. And they are being here. And we will be resurrected with you. So this is important, where the words, last night I mentioned that every single letter from Masoom has a value. We cannot ignore. Maybe I cannot understand right now, but I should try my level best to understand that what is this letter, what is this importance of this letter. If they are using fi, the Arabic word, means showing, fi means inside something. Ana fi Aza-e-Hussain. I am inside Aza-e-Hussain. Ajsadukum fil ajsad. Arwahukum fil arwah. Not on. It could be ajsadukum alal ajsad. All right, yes, they are monitoring me, my body and everything. Fil ajsad. It's a meaning. Imam is using this word, this letter fi. So it is showing something which is important, that what is the capacity, what is the capacity of Masumin alayhi salam related to us? What is the capacity of Masumin alayhi salam related to our souls, our graves, our asar means impacts. Whatever I am doing, asar, it's all related to Masumin alayhi salam. And now because of this ability that has been provided to them by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they are the guardians on us. With this, because they are controlling my body, my soul, my asar, my qubur, everything. So they are the guardians. We need their guidance to fulfill that. Accompanying our Lord, performing salat with my own intention is not going to satisfy that. Doing azadari with my own intention is not going to fulfill that. I have to be submissive, surrender myself, then I can understand what is salat, what is zikr, what is Quran, what is ibadah, what is worship. Other than Masumin alayhi salam, I cannot. This is the guardianship of Masoom. That what they are providing, not only the physical needs, but the spiritual needs. Anfasukum fil nufus. They are there. They are going to guide you. And this is the word, this is the tradition from, or hadith from Masoom. Inna Allah khalaqana min a'la illiyin. Allah has created us a'la illiyin. Above, we don't know that. We just need to know the word, what Masoom is saying. Wa khalaqa shi'atana min tinatina asfala min zalik. And then Allah has created our Shias from the mud. The remaining mud, the word has not been used, but there are a number of verses where it has been mentioned. Asfala min zalik, lower than that. Not equal to us, lower than that. So we need to understand that. We need to understand that connectivity. We need to understand those things. Now, again, last night, brother Raza contractor has sent me this peace walk about 6th of September. Inshallah, I will not be here. But again, this is not a peace walk. This is not a peace walk. This is a peaceful protest. Mind it. Go and check the dictionary, the meaning of walk and the meaning of procession. You will find out the difference. Maybe we are using it, we don't know. But my duty is to, whatever I know, I should inform you. So when we are using the procession, it says in the dictionary that gathering towards. Let me please recite the salawat. Let me tell you. In theology of this word, the procession, they said a number of people or vehicle moving forward in orderly fashion, especially as a part of ceremony or festival, a funeral procession. And then in the theology, an emanation of the Holy Spirit. The walk doesn't represent that. The walk doesn't represent. So this is not a walk. This is a procession, a peaceful protest. We are not crossing the limits. Whatever the government of Canada is going to tell us, we are going to follow. But this is a procession. Don't convert it in a walk, political walk, something like that. We are enjoying, going, moving. No, we have an aim, objective, way to be achieved. That's why we are gathering over there. So that is important. This is what I said. The words we are using have an impact. What words are we going to use? So inshallah, we all are there. Inshallah, we are going to participate. All of us should be there on 6th, and the time has been selected so we can manage our office work, for example, our office timings, and to be a part of that peaceful procession we are taking out. And it's good that we are in Surrey, so the people of Surrey will also understand. We have so many Islamic centers over here related to the Shia school of thought, so they can understand what we are doing. We should communicate it properly, and we should have those religious signs they are given to us. Remember that. That's why it is procession, not a walk. So inshallah, may Allah accept all our deeds. Inshallah, whatever we are doing in this month of Muharram and Safar, may Allah hasten the reappearance of our Imam and make us his followers and companions, inshallah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. صلوات. اللهم صل على
محمد وآل محمد. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله جل جلاله. أشهد أن محمد رسول الله.
اللهم صل على محمد.
أشهد أن محمد رسول الله.
صل على محمد وآل محمد.
أشهد أن علي ولي الله. أشهد أن عليا حجة الله على الخلق. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. حي على خير العمل. حي على خير العمل. قد قامت الصلاة. قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
لا إله إلا الله. استغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يسبح لله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض الملك القدوس العزيز الحكيم. هو الذي بعث في الأميين رسولا منهم يتلو عليهم آياته ويزكيهم ويعلمهم الكتاب والحكمة وإن كانوا من قبل لفي ضلال مبين وآخرين منهم لما يلحقوا بهم وهو العزيز الحكيم. ذلك فضل الله يؤتيه من يشاء والله ذو الفضل العظيم. مثل الذين حملوا التوراة ثم لم يحملوها كمثل الحمار يحمل أسفارا بئس مثل القوم الذين كذبوا بآيات الله والله لا يهدي القوم الظالمين. قل يا أيها الذين هادوا إن زعمتم أنكم أولياء لله من دون الناس فتمنوا الموت إن كنتم صادقين ولا يتمنونه أبدا بما قدمت أيديهم والله عليم بالظالمين. قل إن الموت الذي تفرون منه فإنه ملاقيكم ثم تردون إلى عالم الغيب والشهادة فينبئكم بما كنتم تعملون. يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا نودي للصلاة من يوم الجمعة فاسعوا إلى ذكر الله وذروا البيع ذلكم خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون. فإذا قضيت الصلاة فانتشروا في الأرض وابتغوا من فضل الله واذكروا الله كثيرا لعلكم تفلحون. وإذا رعوا تجارة أو لهوا انفضوا إليها وتركوك قائما قل ما عند الله خير من اللهو ومن التجارة والله خير الرازقين. الله أكبر. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي العظيم وبحمده. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. الله أكبر. أستغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. الله أكبر. بحول الله وقوته أقوم وأعقد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي العظيم وبحمده. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. الله أكبر. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم اجعل محياي محيا محمد وآل محمد ومماتي ممات محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. الله أكبر. أستغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. الله أكبر. الحمد لله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. السلام عليك أيها النبي ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام علينا وعلى عباد الله الصالحين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر.
على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد أستغفر الله الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم ذو الجلال والإكرام وأتوب إليه. أستغفر الله الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم ذو الجلال والإكرام وأتوب إليه. أستغفر الله الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم ذو الجلال والإكرام وأتوب إليه. تسبيح جناب فاطمة الزهراء سلام الله عليها.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله الأول قبل الإنشاء والإحياء والآخر بعد فناء الأشياء، العليم الذي لا ينسى من ذكره ولا ينقص من شكره ولا يخيب من دعاه ولا يقطع رجاء من رجاه. اللهم إني أشهدك وكفى بك شهيدا، وأشهد جميع ملائكتك وسكان سماواتك وحملة عرشك ومن بعثت من أنبيائك ورسلك وأنشأت من أصناف خلقك، أني أشهد أنك أنت الله لا إله إلا أنت وحدك لا شريك لك ولا عديل ولا خلف لقولك ولا تبديل، وأن محمدًا صلى الله عليه وآله عبدك ورسولك أدى ما حملته إلى العباد وجاهد في الله عز وجل حق الجهاد، وأنه بشر بما هو حق من الثواب وأنذر بما هو صدق من العقاب. اللهم ثبتني على دينك ما أحييتني ولا تزغ قلبي بعد إذ هديتني، وهب لي من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد واجعلني من أتباعه وشيعته، واحشرني في زمرته، ووفقني لأداء فرض الجمعات وما أوجبت علي فيها من الطاعات، وقسمت لأهلها من العطاء في يوم الجزاء، إنك أنت العزيز الحكيم. صلوات اللهم صل على محمد.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله، أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله جل جلاله، أشهد أن محمد رسول الله.
اللهم صل على محمد.
أشهد أن محمد رسول الله صلى الله
صل
عليه
على
وسلم. أشهد أن
محمد
علي
وعلى
ولي
آل
الله،
محمد.
أشهد أن عليا حجة الله على الخلق. حي على الصلاة، حي على الصلاة، حي على الفلاح، حي على الفلاح، حي على خير العمل، حي على خير العمل قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
Allahu Akbar. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Allahu Akbar. Subhana Rabbiyal Azimi wa bihamdih. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammadin wa ajjal farajahum. Sami Allahu liman hamida. Allahu Akbar. Subhana Rabbiyal A'la wa bihamdih. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammadin wa ajjal farajahum. Allahu Akbar. Astaghfirullah Rabbi wa atubu ilayh. Allahu Akbar. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم الله أكبر بحول الله وقوته أقوم وعقد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم كذلك الله ربي الله أكبر اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم الله أكبر سبحان ربي العظيم وبحمده اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم الله أكبر أستغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه الله أكبر سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم الله أكبر الحمد لله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد بحول الله وقوته أقوم وعقد الله أكبر سبحان ربي العظيم وبحمده اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم الله أكبر أستغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه الله أكبر سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم الله أكبر بحول الله وقوته أقوم وعقد الله أكبر سبحان ربي العظيم وبحمده اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر.
سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم.
الله أكبر. أستغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه. الله أكبر.
سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم.
الله أكبر. الحمد لله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. السلام عليك أيها النبي ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام علينا وعلى عباد الله الصالحين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر.
الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما.
اللهم
اللهم صل على محمد وآله. اللهم صل على محمد. أستغفر الله الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم ذو الجلال والإكرام وأتوب إليه. أستغفر الله الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم ذو الجلال والإكرام وأتوب إليه. أستغفر الله الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم ذو الجلال والإكرام تسبيح جناب فاطمة الزهراء سلام الله عليها. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إلهي بحق الزهرة وأبيها وأمها وبالها وبنيها وسر المستودع فيها يا حي يا قيوم برحمتك أستغيث لا تكلني على نفسي طرفة عين أبدا. يا رب الحسين بحق الحسين اشفي صدر الحسين بظهور الحجة. يا رب الحجة بحق الحجة اشف صدر الحجة بظهور الحجة. يا رب المؤمنين بحق مؤمنين اشف صدر المؤمنين بظهور الحجة عليه الصلاة والسلام. دعاء وحدة لا إله إلا الله إلها واحدا ونحن له مسلمون. لا إله إلا الله ولا نعبد إلا إياه مخلصين له الدين ولو كره المشركون. لا إله إلا الله ربنا ورب آبائنا الأولين. لا إله إلا الله وحده 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 وأنجز وحده ونصر عبده وأعز جنده وأدم الأحزاب وحده. فله الملك وله الحمد يحيي ويميت ويميت ويحيي وهو حي لا يموت بيده الخير وهو على كل شيء قدير. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إلهي أضم البلاء وبرئ الخفاء وانكشف الغطاء وانقطع الرجاء وذاقت الأرض منعت السماء وأنت المستعان وإليك المشتكى وإليك المؤول في شدة والرخاء. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد أولي الأمر الذين فرضت علينا طاعتهم وعرفتنا بذلك منزلتهم ففرجنا بحقهم فرجا عاجلا قريبا كلمح البشر هو أقرب. يا محمد يا علي يا علي يا محمد اكفياني فإنكما كافيان وانصراني فإنكما ناصران. या मौलाना या साहिब अल-असर वज़्ज़मान अलगौस 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 अदरिकनी 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 अस्साअतु अस्साअतु अस्साआ अल अजल अल अजल अल अजल या अरहमर राहिमीन बिहक़्क़ मुहम्मदिन व आलिहि अत्ताहिरीन।
अस्सलामु अलैका या रसूल حسن المجتبى وعلى الأرواح التي حلت بفنائك عليك مني جميعا سلام الله أبدا ما بقيت وبقي الليل والنهار ولا جعله الله آخر العهد مني لزيارتكم. السلام عليكم وعلى السلام عليك سبت رحمتي وإمام الهدى علي بن الحسين ومحمد بن علي وجعفر بن محمد وموسى بن جعفر وعلي بن موسى ومحمد بن علي وعلي بن محمد والحسن بن علي. صلاة والسلام عليك المنتظر المهدي يا صاحب العصر والزمان وخليفة الرحمن وإمام الإنس والجان. أجل الله تعالى فرجك سهل الله تعالى مخرجك وظهورك ورحمة الله وبركاته.